More breaking news coming in. China has now issued a statement on the outcomes of the China-Pakistan-Afghanistan meeting. Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi reviewed and summarized the outcomes of the meeting into 7 points. The sixth, in fact, said, and I quote, "The countries agreed to oppose all forms of terrorism, carry out law enforcement and security cooperation, jointly combat terrorist forces of concern to each other, and stay vigilant against external interference in the internal affairs of regional countries," quote unquote. Well, Brian Thomas continues to be with us on the broadcast. Brian, what can be read into this statement released after this meeting between the foreign ministers of these countries?
Well, Uday, clearly, now China has even hosted a high-level informal trilateral meeting of foreign ministers that here include your China, Pakistan, and Afghanistan in Beijing, signaling a renewed efforts to foster regional cooperation of connectivity. The meeting was also chaired by Wang Yi, also who is a member of the political bureau of the CPC. And again, Pakistan was represented by Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar also, while Afghanistan was also represented by Acting Foreign Minister Maulavi Amir Khan Mutaqi. Clearly, also, it was described as a friendly and in-depth exchange itself. Now, yes, very much when you mentioned, Wang Yi clearly outlined 7-point agenda emerging from the talks, highlighting a broad roadmap for future cooperation. One was political trust and good neighborhood. Second would be strengthening the trilateral mechanism. Third would be boosting diplomatic engagement, where Pakistan and Afghanistan expressed a clear willingness to upgrade their diplomatic ties. There was a belt. The fourth one would be belt and road expansion and CTES extension. Another one would be rather practical and economic cooperation that China and Pakistan pledged support for Afghanistan's reconstruction efforts itself. There was another, the point 6 becomes very important because they spoke about counter-terrorism and security coordination, where they said that all parties vowed to intensify cooperation against terrorism, strengthen law enforcement ties, and counter groups deemed threats by each nation, and also warned against external interference in regional matters. And the seventh point that was discussed in that 7-point was peace, stability, and development. The ministers also stressed the importance for a peaceful regional environment for long-term prosperity and development across all 3 countries itself. Uday.